previously on the Lineage of Moonreach. So we went to that one bar with Olaf guy, and he took us out to dinner after we went through a series of halls where we couldn't look certain directions, which was kind of weird, but I didn't mind. I was going to befriend him after he gave me some really good food. I was going to play my lute, and we were going to have a good old time, but Tomas killed him, and so we made our way past through this secret door, which was not a broom closet, and went through a series of dark areas, and then we ended up finding the Nightmare Diamond, and then we found out that Olaf is a Archfey. So that was how that cookie crumbled on the last episode.
The D20 Syndicate presents The Lineage of Moonreach.
Welcome back to the D20 Syndicate podcast.
Whee! Ow!
Ow! We are in a D&D. For those of you now still listening,
thank you for staying.
The two of you that are now listening, we are a D&D actual play podcast, a bi-weekly actual play podcast, and we're five lovable idiots get together. We play Dungeons and Dragons. We record it. We make jokes like 99% of the time.
We make sound effects.
Yes, we definitely make sound effects. So we occasionally progress in a story. Speaking of, if this is the first episode you are listening to, you're doing it wrong. Start at the beginning. Gunky Evil is the first episode, and then make your way down the line, and eventually, weeks later, you'll be here.
I have a review to read.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, read a review.
Who's it from?
It's coming to you hot from Hecklerus Prime. The title of the review says, Relaxed Group.
I know him.
Strong Characters. We actually do know him. He's from Shocking Gasp.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I don't know.
It's another D&D actual play podcast.
Give them a listen. They're real cool.
Yeah, they're really, really good.
Okay, this is what he says. I'm on episode 6 right now and felt it was time to leave a review. Straight away, I was impressed by how relaxed everyone is with each other and their characters. Everything feels like a well-worn glove and provides a lighthearted and relaxed listening experience. This makes sense given this is their third arc together. But that's not without its own issues. As a listener, we're dropping in late in the game, so occasionally references are made that we have no hope of understanding, but stick with it. The cast does a great job of filling in details as needed, so it's not a major struggle and pans out in the end. The result is an enjoyable show that seems to focus evenly on character development and story advancement. Definitely adding it to my subscription list.
Ooh.
Nice. Thanks, Heckler.
For somebody who sounds very like a Hecklerus Prime, somebody would be very negative. That was pretty positive.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And I've been listening to their podcast, The Shocking Gasp, and I'm enjoying it. So please, guys, check out The Shocking Gasp podcast. They're all over Twitter. They are also, like I said, another actual play podcast, and these guys are really, really funny. So check them out. I think they're based out of Ohio.
And if you want to leave a review and have it heard,
yeah,
by all means,
do it.
So.
Fucking do it, because we'll
say
read
anything
it.
and we'll read it, because we don't screen the shit in advance at all.
No editing whatsoever. It's hot, fresh, unedited garbage each week. So yeah, I am Seth, your host and DM.
I'm Tomas.
And around the table, we have our players who all have now introduced themselves.
I'm Tomas, and I play Tomar.
I'm Elijah, and I play Hirstag.
I'm Lindsey, and I play Pinwin.
I'm Michaela, and I play Gorbel.
And so, yeah, each week we get together, we play Dungeons & Dragons, we record it, and we release it for you. And actually, we've got some dates coming up here. We're going to be, well, by the time you guys probably listen to this will be past, but we're going to be going to GaryCon here this weekend. And so, hopefully we can meet some people and kind of get some, I know there's some other D&D actual play podcasts that are going to be there, and people are going to be hobnobbing. We're also going to be potentially going to Origin here in a few months and going to Gen Con in both of those are summer dates, and so when it gets closer to it, we'll let you guys know, and maybe if you're listening, you can even come meet us and hopefully not shiv us.
Just bask in our glory.
Bask in our glory. And so we are, like I said, we do this, and we are really appreciative of you guys because we've already passed the 1,200 downloads milestone after just 2 months of being live, and that's pretty exciting. And so all of you guys who have been listening, we see that there's a ton of people that are consistently listening to every episode. We love you, and I like all the posts on our page, and people like with the inside jokes and all the stuff. Ross sent me a snap of him loading Hungry Man dinners off of his truck at work, and so that was pretty nice. But yeah, keep it up, guys. We love you. We love doing this, so we fucking love you.
He says, "I love you" way more to the audience than to you.
We love you. We love you. We love you.
We love you so much. Good. Please call us back.
I can change. I promise. Yeah.
I will unload the dishwasher, I swear.
Other shout-outs we need to do, of course, our main theme that you guys heard here is Chad Piper.
We love you.
We love you, Chad, our very talented musician who did our opening intro roll there. And our music in the background is brought to you by Adrian Von Ziegler. Please check both of those guys out. We'll put some details in the, as always, in the comments. But what are you laughing about over there?
Probably because we love him too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we love you, Adrian Von Ziegler.
So much.
We love you most of all.
I just never hear you say I love you. So
that's his girlfriend, by the way.
Aside from like me and our dog.
Or he's about to open up a meal. Like,
even then, you don't sound so like intense.
We love you, love you, love you. And that's the last time you'll hear me say it. I lied. I love you.
I love you. Forgive me for lying.
We love you, Hungry Man dinners.
Yes. No, that one. That's oh boy. That's like I'm gonna marry Hungry Man dinner. That's true love.
What?
We lust.
Yeah.
Hungry Man dinners.
We lust them. So yeah, now you guys know my true feelings. But no,
it's all on the table now.
Yeah, we really appreciate it, and maybe I'm the only one who appreciates it because apparently everybody else is making fun of my infatuation with our audience. So
I don't love stuff I don't know. So if you want to know us, leave us a review, and then we can talk.
Yeah,
come all night.
Come meet us at the convention.
And then when Elijah throws up on you, then
maybe
we can see if it turns into love.
Yeah. We'll see.
We like you. We really,
right now
really
I like you, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Is it like?
Yeah, pretty close.
Ooh.
We're almost there.
That was 3 likes.
like.
You guys, that's a lot.
So Elijah's on board on this love train. Like train. Sorry, the like train.
I love you guys. I'd probably hug you.
See, there we go.
We've got a love triangle.
And a like triangle.
And now we're fighting over you.
Yeah, it's tearing this group apart,
I
audience.
like them more. The most of all.
Tomas hates them.
Begrudging acceptance.
Yeah, he's played it cool. He's being a little standoffish. Yeah. He won't text you.
I like to be wooed.
He just
like to be taken out. Get a massage. Yeah.
A massage? Is that your standard for
good old over the pants junk massage? Moving on.
what are
We
we
had
doing
a really intense part, right? Like we should.
I guess
Oh
so.
wait, no. Aren't we? Are we not? We have to do the around the campfire thing.
Okay.
Because you said every Monday.
Would
So
we right now?
to preface,
Whoa.
before we started actually recording the podcast, we had a little feature we did to get in character that Seth would enact called Around the Campfire. And how it works is that he asks us a question, and then in character we kind of have to answer it, and it helps us get into character. And it might give you all a little more of an insight into the people you're like checking out in this campaign. So
Yeah. So today, we are going to the campfire question that I'm going to ask you guys in character.
That's a weird question.
do you love me?
Do you love the audience? Yes or no? No. I'm going to ask. We're going to go around the campfire and answer. What is the best thing that ever happened to you? And we're going to start with you, Tomar.
Oh, thank God.
Oh boy. There were multiple moments in my life that I felt proud of myself. The first one was when my dad, Gorm, he gave me the keys to his moonstone shop in Moonreach, and he said that I was going to run the store while he was gone. He never came back, but...
Still technically running it.
And shortly thereafter, Moonreach was razed to the ground, and that place is gone, but still, he trusted me to do that, and I felt immense pride. Other than that, meeting Maria. And nobody really knows about Maria except for slightly Hirstag.
All right.
Not Hazel.
So nobody fucking tell her.
So take heed of that.
All right.
Do I know about Maria?
No, you never asked about anything like that.
Aria?
Because I'm respectful of your boundaries.
Well, I asked a shit ton about Lila, so...
Well, that's
Nah.
the difference between us,
Yep.
Tomar.
Okay, Gorbel. Best thing that's ever happened to you?
The best thing that ever happened to me was probably the years following meeting Lufric, who was my mentor. We met in a bar. He was performing as a bard fighter, and he had a solo act. It's a little hard to fight solo, but we met. He kind of took me under his wing, and we ended up traveling around. He taught me the trade, and it was nice. A bit like a father figure to me.
Very cool. Pinwin. Best thing that's ever happened to you?
Well, for best thing that ever happened to me, I have all sorts of moments. I had such a great family, and we went on so many adventures together, and I've met a lot of cool people along the way. Finding Shadow was wonderful, and I obviously have kept him around, but I think one that kind of tops the cake is stumbling upon some group of people who fell out of a portal and getting to be called a wolf with them, so it's helped me find my purpose.
Pandering.
So I
Am I
already know who I'm
MVP
voting
now?
for MVP.
Well, you'll have to wait till Thursday. Hirstag. Best thing that's ever happened to you?
Well, I have to think real hard about this.
My life has been bad.
I've had some really good times.
This isn't one of them.
I think the best thing that ever happened to me was probably when Galode finally told me that I was just barely decent enough to finish my training as a druid. Didn't have to study anymore. I was capable, and she just kind of, let me graduate. That was nice. Had some years there after that where I could just relax and not study, and it was nice.
You went to college?
Wasn't a college. I was very absent a lot. It was a kind of like a soft
Sneak it out
10
behind a tree
a.m.
to smoke.
maybe.
It was an alternative high school.
Yeah.
All right.
Glowed, can I get a bathroom break? Not now.
What if I just went? We're in the woods. I mean,
What are you going to do about it?
I'm still paying attention. Just keep going.
All right, so that was, for the audience, the first Campfire Tales, and we'll continue to do this for our Monday episodes. All right, so let's slide on into it. Get your minds out of the gutter. Anyway, let's penetrate this story and
let's sodomize the fuck out of this.
Yeah, let's fucking
No.
let's fuck this thing. Let's
Stop.
Just lay her down and get to work here.
Hey, stop.
All right,
Pumping away here into the story.
Thrusting on in.
for 1 minute, and then it's over with. Goodbye. Bye.
We are never going to get to D&D.
Yeah, let's play some D&D.
We're doing it right now.
Theater of the mind.
Dicks and dicks.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so as mentioned in the recap, you guys have encountered apparently an Archfey. He has revealed to you all that he controls this plane, and he is very powerful. And he has just revealed that he'd be willing to make it worth your while, Tomar, if you give him the Nightmare Diamond. So that's where we're dropping in here. And you notice that when he says this to you, Tomar, he looks very covetingly at the Nightmare Diamond.
As if he didn't have access to it before.
He's looking at it hard, and it's
Can
weird
I use
that
my insight to see like what kind of look this is?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, well.
Just to be clear, is good old Ollie here, is he physically present or like an apparition, right?
It's I mean...
It's a Tupac hologram.
Coachella, baby! No, he appears there.
He took an elevator down.
Yeah.
Remember a slow-ass elevator?
Yeah, but I thought it was like a hologram.
25.
25. All right. Yeah, it looks like very much like you'd think that if he had access to this and based on his comment, give it to him. It seems as though it's something he desperately wants.
Okay, so
you can either interpret that as he doesn't want you to have it, or he wants it real bad.
Bitch is thirsty.
Yeah, exactly.
So
No, Thirsty's the guy from the bar.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm going to... So I didn't tell anybody this when it was first mentioned, but I do know about the Nightmare Diamond. I'm going to inspect this to see if it matches what I know of the Nightmare Diamond. Like, if this is just one of many Nightmare Diamonds and it's a knockoff from K Jewelers, or if this is the real deal. Okay. And if I can feel, like, power emanating from it or anything.
Give me an Arcana check.
12.
It appears to be a genuine Nightmare Diamond. You know that you had encountered one previously, and that's a tale that you can tell if you prefer, but you would be the only one. Don't worry, audience. The rest of the group
this didn't happen in the game. This happened between, like, before the podcast started.
Yeah, and no one else would know about it. So this is news to them as well. So no meta knowledge here. But you know that there were rumored to be several Nightmare Diamonds. This seems there is some sort of power coming from it. You can just kind of tell, and it looks very much like a Nightmare Diamond.
What does it look like again?
It is a tiny black, many-faceted. Well, it's not tiny. It's about palm-sized, iridescent black gem-looking thing that appears way, way lighter. It feels lighter than it looks.
Did it change its demeanor when I grabbed it?
No. Okay. Nothing happened. It just... there was no, like, overwhelming anything. It just came into your hand. Like, there's nothing... There's no shifting. There's no deep feeling inside of you. But it does appear to match the description of the Nightmare Diamond that you would know exists.
Looking at his expression, I'm going to take a step back.
Okay.
And look at everyone else.
What are we gonna do? What do we do? Do we give it to him?
Great and powerful
What?
Olafist.
What are you doing?
Can you give us just a moment to talk here in private?
He kind of lowers his eyes at you, Hirstag. Give me a persuasion check.
Natural one.
Natural 1. Well, we don't fail skill checks, so what is it with persuasion?
That'd be a 2.
So he furrows his...
Actually, I think it's a 1, now that I think about it. Yeah, I have a 10 charisma. 1.
Okay, so yeah, he furrows his brow at you, lowers his eyes, and he just kind of scoffs. But you see as his eyes move back to the Nightmare Diamond, and you guys can all see this, his form starts to change slightly, and he kind of seems to grow a little bit larger. His skin, the color starts to drain from it a little bit, and it gets really, really pale, and his face almost looks as if it's shifting under its skin. And as you listen to him speak, you can tell that his voice has once again changed slightly. This time it's a bit more... It's almost as if there's multiple voices speaking at once, and it's going to be real hard for me to reproduce that, so just imagine that. But he no longer has the...
Obviously.
He no longer has that bravado sound to his voice, and now he sounds very brittle. Give me that.
You seem like you've got a real hard-on for this diamond.
Shh. Give it to me.
Why?
I'm not speaking to you. I am speaking to Tomar.
Well, that's kind of rude.
Give it to me.
Do you know where I've been?
Give it to me. And he reaches out, and it almost looks as though his hand is starting to grow, his arm is starting to lengthen.
I'm gonna keep taking steps back.
Is there any way I could roll to get a sense whether he was telling the truth when he said he was an Archfey?
That would be insight.
Try that.
No.
God. Rolling shit. I rolled on my good rolls before.
Thanks, Skull Splitter.
You the man.
9.
I mean, he has a lot of the trappings of an Archfey that you would recognize from your knowledge, and you would know a little bit about having heard of an Archfey before, Pinwin, with your encounter with the Fey, but you've never encountered one. You don't know much about them. You've just kind of heard of them.
If you guys are gonna do something, do it. I have an idea.
Well,
His hand stops in midair, and you can see that it is actually kind of lengthening, and he moves it back.
So based on my roll, would that mean that I believe that he's an Archfey?
Yeah, like I said, yeah, he has all the standard trappings of an Archfey. Like, he seems weirdly powerful in a realm that no one else has any power. He has a lot of knowledge about who and what you guys are. The only weird caveat would be that he seems very obsessed with this Nightmare Diamond.
Tomar, what's your idea?
And as his arm kind of slinks back, he kind of starts to change slightly back into his previous form. The bravado sort of returns. Well. Okay, but his voice is still a little broken. Let's talk about this. Let's step closer. Step closer, please.
I don't step closer.
Why are you so interested in this Nightmare Diamond?
It's mine. It belongs to me.
Weren't you going to give it as a prize for that fight?
Well, that was an incentive more than anything else.
Passive insight?
Passive insight? That seems truthful.
What power does this Nightmare Diamond hold?
It wouldn't make sense to you. It's just something that I want. That's it. It's something
I'm a lot more smarter than I look.
He's lying. He's withholding what it does.
Can I roll insight?
Yep.
You don't need to.
I mean,
I know what it does.
I know I believed him that he said he was an Archfey, but, like, I don't want to... I just have a feeling that he's Trying not to metagame here, but I'm going to try to be logical.
Okay.
I just get the feeling that if you were an Archfey, you would just take it. If you were that powerful.
Well, I am an Archfey, and that is one thing that I am unable to touch.
Why can Tomas touch it?
Well, I was unable to access it, but now that it is out, the real Nightmare Diamond, I would like it back. I can give you whatever you want. Do you want riches? I will give you riches. Do you want power? I will give you power.
We went off this plane.
Yep.
I can do that for you. Give me the Nightmare Diamond, and you'll be out of this plane.
Oh, like we trust you.
I will... My word is my bond. I will absolutely allow you to leave this plane if you give me the Nightmare Diamond.
We just viciously murdered you, like, a few minutes ago.
Well, that is true, but you cannot kill an Archfey in his realm.
Just out of curiosity, can you befriend an Archfey? Would that have worked? That was my aim.
Are you asking him that in character? Why, I love friends. In fact, Pinwin, if you would like to be my friend now, if you could retrieve this Nightmare Diamond, we will be the best of friends, Pinwin. The best of friends.
Roll insight?
Yeah.
For an Archfey, you don't seem that powerful.
Oh, I am quite powerful. Would you like to see?
Take the damn diamond, then.
That, as I said, is one of the few things that I cannot do.
Why not?
Oh, that's convenient.
Well, you are unfamiliar with what the Nightmare Diamond does, and I will not fault you for your ignorance.
Well,
However,
then, how about you enlighten me?
I will enlighten you as much as I can.
What was the name of the turtle?
The turtle?
Yeah.
Valoris,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
I rolled a 23 for insight.
For insight.
Yeah.
He seems as though you can discern from his description that he would be very appreciative if you were to give him the Nightmare Diamond. So he probably, based on how intensely he wants it, he would probably be very thankful in whatever you wanted. And he would probably consider you his best friend.
Pinwin,
Yeah.
we will have so much fun, and we will be such best friends if you ignore this guy. I will buy you 100 pounds of sequins.
Can people leave this plane willingly, and you're just keeping them here?
No. In fact, I will allow you to be the first people to leave this plane.
What are your plans to do with this?
Hold on.
What do you mean by that? I thought that by winning the contest that they were allowed to go home.
Yeah.
Well, that's not exactly true. Well, this is a little awkward, but... And he snaps his fingers, and you guys see the room kind of shift a little bit, and the coldness of the room that when you guys originally entered makes a little bit more sense now. You can see now that instead of like just the standard barren room, there's ice moving up the walls. And you can actually see your breath now. It's very, very cold. It almost feels like how you feel winter should feel. And all along the ground are bones. Tons and tons of bones. And you can see that there are like swords and shields and things like that scattered throughout. But there's probably at least 500 forms worth of bones here, different shapes and sizes. Most of them look like demonic, like they look like demons or tieflings. And he kind of looks around at you. No one's ever actually been able to leave. Unfortunately, part of my plane is powered by sacrifice. And so these winners do not win, but they help out. And that's just kind of the price that you pay for being allowed to dwell in my plane. It's just one of those funky little
being allowed
foibles.
Is
Yes.
anyone alive up there?
Up where?
On the surface.
Oh yes, they're alive. It's just that those who win are, they they definitely leave the plane.
You're a piece of shit.
Well,
What are you planning on doing with that diamond?
whatever I want.
Give me 3 examples.
Did you look at your fingers?
Yeah, it felt
If you're
like
trying
I
to
was-
persuade him or intimidate him, I'll need a roll. Whoa.
That's a natural 20 on
Natural
persuasion,
20, but add your
baby.
persuasion.
34.
34. Okay, that's a very, very high roll. He kind of smiles a little bit. Well, I guess I can illuminate your ignorance. I would like to use the Nightmare Diamond to go after one of my foes. I am also unable to leave this plane at the moment. The Nightmare Diamond would allow me to use the plane key myself and exit this plane and go after the one who wronged me.
Who is that? What's their name?
Well, there are 2, actually. My brother and this other insignificant speck that betrayed both of us. But I would like to end both of them.
How do you know they're not already dead?
Oh, I don't think it would be that easy to kill them.
I want names.
What will you give me for those names?
I mean, maybe a nightmare diamond.
Okay, fair enough. My brother's name is Miraluk. And it seems like you've met him in the past. You have the scent of Miraluk on you. You've definitely encountered him.
And the other?
Ravan. He is, I guess you could call him a drinker of blood. He is a demon that has...
I guess you could call him that.
He is a demon that seems to have set himself up as some sort of vampire on the material plane. I'm the only one who's trapped here, but they were both able to leave. I know Miraluk was planning on killing him.
So did Miraluk do you dirty?
Why, yes. He abandoned me here on this plane. It was our plane, and the 2 of them left, and now it is just my plane, and I cannot leave. One of us must always remain if the plane is to remain.
Where's Ravan?
He is somewhere on the material plane. I know Miraluk went after him, but it was supposed to be me, and he tricked me into staying here, and now he's out cavorting, and all manner of debauchery I'm sure he's getting into over there on the material plane, and I don't like it, so I'm going to kill him, and then I'm going to kill Ravan.
Is he also an Archfey, or is that... I'm not exactly sure how that works.
He is an Archfey. He was formed by another Archfey, like we both were, just the one we call the Master, and he was created as a weapon to be used.
Well,
What is your master's name?
We just know him as the Master.
What do you know of Workereg?
What?
oh my god, are you trying to evangelize right now?
I know that he is some minor deity to some minor species on the material plane. I haven't given him much thought.
Where is he?
And he's not here. But maybe if you gave me the Nightmare Diamond, I could illuminate your ignorance as well.
Well, it seems like we have a little bit more in common than we thought.
Perhaps, yes.
Because we do know Miraluk,
Yes.
and he is quite the doucher.
Oh, yes, he's the ultimate doucher.
And, wait. No, Hirstag wouldn't know about that. Never mind.
With his pesky little habit of...
Body jumping?
Well, he doesn't jump bodies. Just whoever touches him, he controls.
So what's with the sword?
He is the sword.
Was he born that way?
Yes, he was created as a weapon.
What the fuck?
So,
What is your physical form?
yeah, what are you
Mine-
created for?
Well, I was created principally to modify things. The 3 of us were kind of a trifecta. I act more as a conduit. My brother is the sword, and Ravan is the shield, and I am the host. When in communication with both of them, I can utilize their power to just an amazing extent. But, of course, when they're gone, I'm just the master of ceremonies here on this plane.
Do you know what this does?
The Nightmare Diamond?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Why don't you tell them what it does?
How about this? Let's play a game. And if I win the game, I will get the Nightmare Diamond. If you win the game, you can keep the Nightmare Diamond, and I'll even give you an extra special gift. I'm a man of my word, and in my plane, if I make a promise, I will hold to it, or the plane will collapse.
Except if you make a promise to let them go to a different plane and then you just kill them.
I will not kill you. I will send you back to the material plane with the Nightmare Diamond, with the plane key, and another gift.
Can I ask a question out of character?
Sure.
Why were you asking about the turtle?
Because I want him to be able to be free too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And I was going to say, if he wants to prove how powerful he is, he would set him free.
So what do you say? Would you like to all play a game?
Depends on what the game is.
Oh, it's just a simple game. You just must win it.
Does he share any properties similar to the Great Adversary?
You would get a kind of a sense of that they could potentially be of a same, cut of the same cloth. But his personality and his bearing does not remind you of the Great Adversary. Although there's definitely something vaguely similar just in your general feeling of him. Like just kind of the way he acts as though everything is beneath him and the only thing that should be important to anyone is himself.
Look, we don't trust you.
That's
We're not
fine.
looking to play games with you.
And since
But-
you cannot trust me, trust the game. Trust my promise that if you win, you will be completely free to leave.
Trusting your promise is also trusting you, and all of these folks on the ground around us, they trusted you.
They didn't trust me. They just won the games, and I promised them a way off. I am promising you that if you win...
Well, I don't want any of that bullshit loophole stuff.
There will be no loophole.
What's stopping us from leaving right now?
Well, you would have to find the door, for one. And he
This is a door.
snaps again, and the place starts to shift a little bit, and those 4 doorways at the end of the hall start to grow slightly and wider, but the door you entered in seals closed.
That doesn't matter.
It's not a door on its own if you can't access it, but with the plane key, which I have, you'll be able to access it.
Oh, without the Nightmare Diamond.
They are mutually beneficial to each other and for you all for leaving the plane. What do you say? You want to play a game?
What are the rules to the
I would
game?
rather not play a game. So, you're planning on using this Nightmare Diamond to destroy Mirluck and this other...
That's one aspect.
Well, we don't like him either.
We've faced Mirluck.
And,
If we face him again,
Yeah, he's kind of a pain.
we usually end up fighting him.
yes, but you will not be able to destroy Mirluck. Only I can destroy Mirluck.
You are so full of yourself.
Well, I do control this entire plane.
Also, it would completely crumble if you weren't here, so
Exactly.
you didn't do that great of a job constructing it.
Well, I'm one pillar of 3. So what do you say? Shall we play? It is
You
your
haven't-
only chance off. Otherwise, I can kill you 3, and then maybe we can renegotiate terms, Tomar.
If we have kind of the same enemy sort of thing going on, why couldn't we all just go together?
I feel like there's a lot to be gained just all of us working together.
When he threatened them, that's it for me.
Yeah, I'm not going to play games
Remembering,
with threatening bitch.
remembering my encounter with the Great Adversary, I remember reading the book the word from the black book. Mm-hmm. I'm going to hold up the Nightmare Diamond, and I'm going to say the word Vakata.
Okay. So when you say Vakata, you feel a warmth in your hand, and you can see that he doesn't even like really seem to sense anything, but part of his skin, you can see just starting on his forehead, starts to almost chip away and blow in the breeze. And you're starting to feel a very intense heat from the Nightmare Diamond, Tomar. But it starts to flake away, and he's looking at all of you. Unbeknownst to him, his skin is starting to chip away, and underneath you can see that there is almost like moving shapes and colors underneath where his skin was. And it's just starting to like flake away like dust. And he's just looking around at you. Are we playing the game or not?
Are you feeling up to playing a game right now?
Well, of course I'm up to playing a game. What a silly question.
Have you looked in the mirror?
What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. Vakata.
You're not looking too hot.
It's still, it doesn't change the intensity. It's still like a gradually increasing heat in your fist. And he pulls out, seemingly from nowhere, a mirror, a hand mirror, and like a clamshell, opens it up, and he looks. Well, I guess my facade is fading, and he claps close the clamshell mirror, and it just disappears in his hand. And as his skin keeps deteriorating, his facade is actually kind of going away. His skin almost starts to melt off and turn into dust. And underneath is what appears to be just like a brightly colored, in like varying degrees of color, almost like an oil slick skeleton with two burning red eyes. And you get the sense, as this happens, you just get this overwhelming feeling of power kind of washing over you. And he looks around at you all, and this skeleton kind of pulls up, and you can see that it looks like it's trying to smile, but it almost just looks like a terrifying yawn. And he says, well, I guess I can't change my form for much longer, so let's move on to the game before this gets out of hand, because if you don't choose to do this, your three friends are going to die, Tomar.
What are the rules of the game?
You will choose a card. He pauses with pain.
I want to try to cast a cantrip quick, since I felt that surge of power.
Okay.
Druidcraft, just my little weather thing.
You are unable to cast. He says, you will choose a card. There are several cards. You will all take one, and then you will move into a doorway of your choice on the other side of the room. That is all.
Pinwin, do you think you understand the rules of this game, or do you think you should say them again?
I'm gonna look at Tomar with a weird face.
Stall him.
Can you say it like slower, more friendlier, less scary? I'm just really scared. I don't understand. I love games, but this is just a little much. I might need this again.
Fine. Pinwin, please listen carefully.
Uh-huh.
You will choose a card.
Wait.
What do you
What
mean?
kind of cards? What do the cards look like? Are they like...
They look like cards, Pinwin.
Did you provide the cards?
I will provide these cards.
But I
You
have
choose
cards that
a
I
card.
really have liked, that I've used a lot.
I have them. They're my cards.
Is it a regular deck of cards or something a little bit different?
It's different.
My cards have little half.
You know what? I'll just show you the cards.
Yeah, show us the cards. Show us the cards.
And he snaps his fingers, and you can see his hands shaking a little bit, and you can see just a few cards stacked on top of each other.
That's not the kind
Floating
that I'm
in
used
air.
to playing with.
Yeah, and I mean, you snapped and appeared. I might have to look at each card to make sure they're real cards. Is that okay? Before we play the game, I have to make sure they're good cards.
I don't need you to understand the
I'm
game.
pretty
I just
sure
need
that
you to
I
play
have cards
the game.
in my pack.
But we can't play it if we don't understand it.
Exactly,
That's not
Pinwin. That's
fair.
a good point. How do we play a game if we don't understand the rules of it?
Just explain it to us again.
Be very...
One more time.
Because I'm a big
But
dummy.
are you going to let me touch the cards? I have to. You have
You
to
can
know
touch
they're
them.
real.
If you choose a card, you can touch it. You will choose a card. Then you will look at the card. Basic enough. And then you will... Don't let me finish, Pinwin.
But-
Let me finish. If you say another word, I will kill you where you stand.
So you haven't explained exactly how you win or lose.
You go through the door, and once you're in there, your challenge will begin. You win the challenge.
What's your
You're stuck.
challenge? Do you pick a card too?
My challenge is to get you to not complete the challenge.
This isn't a game.
When does the Nightmare Diamond handoff happen? Do we give it to you after we go through the door, or do they go through the door and I just watch them go? Or...
You will stay here.
Interesting.
Tomar loves
don't like
games,
that.
though.
I mean, yeah, we're pretty good fan of games. We're not pretty good fans of, like,
Maybe
splitting
like a
up.
competition or something.
Yeah.
You will all go
This
in the
sounds
same door.
trap
Tomar,
to me.
then... Fine. Tomar, you can also go with them, with the Nightmare Diamond, to complete the challenge. Are you amenable to this?
Okay, so
But then how will he hand it to you?
we've heard your
complications.
game suggestion, but we know some other games from the material plane, and we kind of have
This
our
is a
favorites as well.
non-negotiable situation.
No,
We
hear me
have-
out, hear me out.
we
hear
have
me
We
out.
don't
the-
have the Nightmare Diamond, though.
What?
We have the Nightmare Diamond.
And you also have your lives only because I allow it at this moment, but any second thoughts on this will prove to be fatal for you, Hirstag.
Have you
Is
heard
he
of
still
arm
peeling?
wrestling?
Yeah, his skin has now completely peeled off, and he is just this
Oh, that's
weirdly iridescent skeleton.
Arm wrestling, have you heard of it?
I have.
Is that something you might be interested in, or no?
That's a fool's challenge. It's nothing. I can become the strongest person inside of this plane if I choose to.
Well, you look pretty scrawny right now.
That's fine. I can definitely beat you in an arm wrestling match.
Pinwin, what's your favorite game?
Why don't you just do
God.
I
arm wrestling
think-
then if you're so good at it?
Can I tell you about some of my favorite games? So
Pinwin,
I
tell
like-
them about your favorite
yeah,
games.
So we have so many back home. We have our own little competition of sorts. One involves barrels. We call it Jump the Barrels.
Fine.
And
Just
then,
stop talking. Stop talking.
but why?
Because now I can see that you're just trying to stall me.
Why would we stall?
Wait, Pinwin, didn't you also tell me about a game that you and your family played about... Didn't it involve stalls of some kind?
Yeah. It's called Jump the Stalls.
We're not arm wrestling. We're not playing jump the stalls. We're not doing anything except my game and my
Have you
plane.
tried it?
Here's the thing. You can say yes, or you can say no. You're not allowed to ask any more questions. However, if you say no, I will kill you three.
This
if
doesn't
you say
sound like
yes,
a fair challenge.
it's not fair, but it will be once you actually compete in it.
Why are you only threatening to kill them?
Because I cannot kill you while you hold the Nightmare Diamonds. That's not.
So,
I walk up
Gentlemanly.
and put my hand on the Nightmare Diamond.
I do
when
the
you,
same thing.
When you guys both try to put your hand on the Nightmare Diamond, you see that your hand moves through it.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh. Well.
I see the issue.
Yes.
This makes things a bit more interesting.
Does it?
All right, so
Yeah.
can I inspect the diamond again now that I've done stuff to it?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Just you won't have to do an investigation or anything like that, but you look at it and it's still burning your hand. It still seems to be doing something, and you've realized now as you look down, your entire fist is blackened. And it seems to be moving down your arm. The diamond itself many symbols are sort of etched on it, these unrecognizable symbols to you, and all over. In each of the facets, there's a different symbol. And the symbols are kind of glowing in a red hot color.
Does it look like a language?
It does look like language. They look like different, maybe letters in a different language.
Pinwin, do you know what this says?
Is it infernal?
It is not infernal.
Can I roll languages?
I would like to take a look too.
Okay.
Do I?
Common, obviously not. Druidic, Dwarvish, Primordial, Sylvan.
You do recognize what's on there, Hirstag. It is primordial. And the words are old, ancient primordial. Even as old as the language as primordial is, the words on there look like old variations of common words. They're kind of mixed around, so it's hard to tell. It's almost as if words were chopped in half and placed separately on the facets to kind of illustrate how that would be. Like your name, Hirstag. One of the facets might say her, but on the other side it says stag. That kind of thing.
Okay.
Is the Nightmare Diamond malleable? Like, can I shift it?
You're able to move it in your hand. You're able to touch it.
But can I shift it?
Like a Rubik's Cube.
Oh, no, it doesn't. The facets don't move.
That's primordial language. I'm gonna walk. What if I walk up and I try to touch
What does it
Tomar's
say?
shoulder?
You try to touch Tomar's shoulder. Your hand moves through Tomar's shoulder. Tomar, you feel a very weird sensation, like cold almost, as you see Hirstag's hand move through your shoulder.
Well, I mean, is this a familiar sensation? Because I've been between planes before.
Yes, it is almost... It's almost as if, like, kind of... It's like a shifting feeling. Almost like you're preparing to shift, but nothing else is happening. Seems to be one part, perhaps, of another part.
Does anything look different around me?
Nothing. No, not really. You can see, basically, as he revealed the room to you, the bones and weaponry on the floor, the ice climbing the wall, and him as the, like, illuminated skeleton figure with the burning red eyes.
I'm gonna try and say a prayer in Dwarven.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Are there any words that I can make out from my vantage point that I can piece together from...
Give me a perception roll.
That's not too bad. 11. Or, I mean, not 11. 21, sorry.
21. Okay, yeah, you can see several words that are kind of piecemeal, like you think that's that. You can see open, you can see fire, you can see water, you can see earth, you can see air, and you can see shadow.
I'm going to, in Dwarven, say, by hammer and anvil, by fire and bellows, the eternal light of the god of the soul forge is with me, and see what happens.
Okay. You're just going to say that in Dwarven?
Yeah.
Nothing happens. You feel that creeping feeling. You can now see that heat has moved down your arm, and it seems to match where the blackened... Oh, it looks almost like your skin is charred as it reaches your elbow, and it burns, but it's not like an unbearable burn, but it is intense. But nothing happens when you say that prayer.
What's he looking like now?
He looks the same. He looks every once in a while like he's wincing.
Does my arm go through Tomar too?
If you were to try to touch him, yes.
Yeah. So Pinwin saw Hirstag's arm run through him. Ha! Tomar! And I'm going to try that too.
I'm going to walk around the other side of the diamond and see if I can make out any other words.
Okay. Give me another perception roll.
16.
It's kind of hard to tell with him kind of holding on to it, but you're able to see one more word on there, and you're able to see the word ice. So it seems like a lot of elemental-ish things, but there's other things on there.
But there was also open and shadow.
Mm-hmm. He, old Ollie, looks at you guys and does that weird smile again. So, do we have a deal? Would you like to play the game? That arm of yours is looking a bit worse for wear, Tomar. And now you guys are aware of the blackened nature of Tomar's arm. It seems to be affecting your armor as well.
I've had worse.
I bet you have.
I say the word for ice.
Okay.
In primordial.
You say it?
Mm-hmm.
So that word would be...
Cheeto.
Locale. So you say that out loud.
Locale.
And nothing happens.
What is that? What does locale mean?
Those are primordial words on that diamond.
Oh.
Did anything happen when I say locale?
You say locale, and you feel the heat go away from the Nightmare Diamond. In fact, it feels very, very cold now. And you can see now that the room itself seems to be freezing over even further. But you also feel as though the energy of the Nightmare Diamond starts to fade when you say that.
Do you guys see that?
Do you look?
You guys look around and the walls are icing over pretty strongly.
Yeah,
Yep.
Tomas, can you unlocale?
I'll say the primordial word for fire.
Ooh.
Coincidentally, it kind of clicks into place now. The primordial word for fire is Vakata.
Oh. Vakata. Oh.
Frittata.
Avocado, like
Okay.
an avocado.
So, Hirstag, you have connected the dots now that Vakata, Frittata,
Avocado.
is
I mean, wouldn't he
fire.
know that already?
It was kind of like
Because I
the
said
urgency of
Vakata,
yeah.
and he knows primordial, you know?
Yes, but in the kind of, it was all done very quickly. There was a lot of sidebar. In the moment, you're realizing you're connecting the dots. That's primordial. The word he used was primordial. Holy fuck. Those are primordial glyphs on them.
So basically, I've put it together that you read the primordial words and different effects happen. with
Correct.
the- okay.
Yes.
So,
And as I mentioned to you, Tomar, you felt like the intensity of the Nightmare Diamond kind of left slightly once you used the word for ice.
Now my arm's all freezer burned.
Yeah. Well, it's still like blackened, and it's like a weird numb sensation. Still kind of burny, but yeah, now kind of a cold burny.
I want to say the word for open.
Okay.
Wait, did it happen when I said it or when he said it?
When he said it.
Oh.
That's what you noticed. Okay.
Oh, so when I said the word for fire, it didn't do anything. Because he had already... Okay.
Correct.
Okay. So I would like to say the word for open.
That would be Kodo.
Crodo.
Nope. Kodo.
Frodo.
Kodo.
What does that mean?
Just say it.
Kodo.
Nothing happens.
Oh, shit.
Man.
The intensity remains.
Wait, there is intensity?
There is, but there was less than before.
Oh, no.
Shh, you don't know it.
Anyway.
Anyway,
There was one for Earth, right?
there was. So while you're trying to think of that, he looks around at you all again, and then he intensely focuses on you, Tomar. I wouldn't continue using it so haphazardly. There's only a finite amount of power that it has. Like I said,
Well,
let's
you
make
better let our friends go.
let's make a
or
deal.
I'll just keep saying words.
and you will be trapped here.
But they'll be free. Let them go.
They will not be free.
Let them go. Or
Wait.
you're not getting the Nightmare Diamond.
You'd be trapped here? You're trying to get trapped here, Tomar?
You'll all be trapped here.
You're not getting any
You're already
Nightmare
trapped
Diamond.
here.
You're not getting any Nightmare Diamond while they're still here.
Well, I believe we are at an impasse.
Then fuck off. Dick.
I have ways of making you give that to me.
Is it a game?
No. If you think that stretching your flesh out into infinite strands is a game, then yes, it's a game. Now, I don't have to kill them, but if you're refusing to give it to me, I guess I have no other choice.
If you kill them, you're never getting the diamond.
Well, if I kill them, then I can at least punish you for not playing my game.
That doesn't do anything. You won't
It'll
get...
make me feel better.
Okay. Well, that's kind of petty.
So
This is my world, my rules.
You're 100% just not having us go together.
We're doing a
as
lot.
team.
We're doing a lot of talking.
Well, yeah,
I've already told
it's a
you
big decision,
that I will let
right?
Tomar go with you.
But we don't trust you.
Right.
That's fine. You don't have another choice.
there's
This
like
is
a
your
lot of
way off of
bodies.
this plane.
It seems like we have other choices. There are always other choices.
Like what?
Like we could keep standing here and chatting with you.
What if I filled this chamber with acid? Then
be
you wouldn't be
mean.
able to do that. And as he says that, you see like little dribbles start to run down the walls of the chamber, burning lines, little rivers almost through the ice, slowly starting to ebb towards the floor. Or I could set this entire chamber on fire, just enough to burn the first layer of skin off, and then maybe we could renegotiate that way. Otherwise, if you would like to play ball, I've said before, I'm a being of my word.
Maybe we play the game. I don't really feel like getting acided or being on fire.
He doesn't have any intention of us getting out. Otherwise, he would have let you go for me to give him the diamond.
But what do we do? What options do we have? I don't
we
feel
could
like
fight
there's a
him.
lot.
The ball's in our court.
Can we fight him?
I mean, that's an option.
I mean,
We killed him.
he's just
You
a
guys are
skeleton.
openly discussing, and he's just standing there waiting.
He's just a skeleton. Like, could I even hit you? Like,
Try it.
You're a skeleton, right? You're...
Are there
Are
any,
you actually trying to say things, or are you just making noises?
are there any like chunks of ice around me?
I mean,
the
there's
floor?
some on the wall. The floor has sort of iced over, yeah.
Like, are there any like balls of ice? Like
There's no
chunks?
balls of ice. It all seems very compressed.
Got a rock or something in your beard?
in my inventory.
My beer inventory.
Got a dagger. I've got a
Should we
hand
play around
axe.
with that diamond a little bit more?
Don't play around
See
with
what
the
else it can
diamond.
do?
You will use all of its power, and then it'll be useless to all of us.
I mean, the fastest way to get the diamond is to just let him go. Doesn't make any sense. Like, even putting me in this game that you're talking about risks the diamond.
What if we do this? You send us back to our plane with Varolus, then we give you the diamond. Maybe we have sort of an alliance. We can help you, you can help us.
I don't
things
see
are-
how an alliance benefits me at all. It's just you leaving this plane
Well, we
with
know
my nightmare diamond.
We've fought Miraluk before.
Yes, but you have not killed him before.
What if
We could get him for you.
And how do you suppose to do that?
Well, I've trapped him
Propose.
before,
Sorry.
but I don't know how the hell he got out of there.
How do you suppose to do
No, see, I was going to trap him, but then he got away before I could do it.
You could do what?
We could trap him. We could get him for you.
And how would you do that?
rope?
Do you think that's why Jennifer sent us here? Or how she somehow knew about this place?
Who's Jennifer?
Wow.
Chicken Wizard.
It is a
Because-
really big coincidence that we would get sent to this
To
place.
his plane after he had been in her little chicken body. Huh. It's just a thought. Anyway,
What?
Chicken Wizard,
That's too much
it's
story.
You know, it's from a different plane. You wouldn't know.
Watch the podcast. Keep up.
Meta. I'm waiting to hear how you could benefit me. So far, you've said you will capture Miraluk.
Well,
Well, isn't that why you want the diamond in the first place? As part of it.
That's not why he wants it. This thing controls the armies of the plains. Like, he could do anything
I
with
could
this.
really easily get Miraluk for you.
And please tell me how.
I would trap him in stone, if you must know. I don't have my spells right now, or I'd show you.
Trap him in stone, and then you would transport him here.
Easy peasy.
How would you get him here?
Yes, how would you get him here?
Do you guys have an established
key.
postal
I
system?
mean, if you let me use my magic, I'd be able to bring it back here.
Well,
My only problem right now in this plane is that you're not letting us use magic.
you'll be able to use magic if you get back to the material plane, but how can I ensure that once I let you go, you'll do as you've said? I can't trust you. I can see into your minds, and I can't trust that you'll do that. I've seen what you guys have done in your past.
You can see into our minds.
If you can see into my mind, tell me if I'm telling the truth or not.
He rolls the dice. Well, I want to send along an insurance policy.
What?
He kind of looks over at all of you guys. We'll play this game.
Oh my god.
You guys have 30 seconds to pick one of your number for an unknown purpose, and then present them to me. I will let you escape to the material plane for a time, and then, if you have not captured Miraluk, within that time frame, I will bring you back here, and I will enact untold amounts of torture on you. Since you will not play my game, that is the only other offer.
That's another game.
That is my only other offer.
This game sounds as bad as the other game.
Why can't we just go together? Why can't you just go with us?
Why are you so bad at making games or picking games?
If I leave this plane, the plane will no longer exist.
Oh, that's right.
I don't feel like you
Why does that
understand the
matter?
point of games.
I know games.
Dad works at Nintendo.
Boring game.
My uncle works there. I have a picture of him, but I lost it.
I'm going to roll insight on that. Sounds like a lie.
The Nintendo thing? It was a lie. He goes to another school.
What qualities are you looking for?
Doesn't matter. You have 30 seconds. Starting now.
Quit trying to make these games happen. We don't want to play your stupid game.
And you guys see
What
up
happened?
on the wall a big clock appears and
You
starts...
didn't say what happens if we don't choose.
Do you want to find out?
Wait, what are we choosing?
The clock starts ticking down 30 seconds.
What are we choosing again?
Well,
What are we choosing? Numbers? Wait, any number?
no.
He wants us to choose one of ourselves.
One of us.
What?
What was the number per then?
I mean, I made the deal,
You're
I guess.
the worst at explaining things.
God,
Yeah, you
jeez.
suck, full of fist.
And you turn the clock on when you don't even explain the rules. You are the worst
Time is
gamer.
almost up.
Do we keep the Nightmare Diamond in this scenario?
He pauses. The clock stops moving. No.
Oh, well, I'm not giving you this.
Yeah, fuck off.
I'm not giving you this unless you free them.
It's our diamond, fair and square.
Well, if they're out on the material plane, then of course they will be freed, and then you will have no reason to have the Nightmare Diamond.
Put them in the material plane then.
I will once they decide who is going to be presented to me.
Presented for what?
He looks up at the clock.
I'll do it.
Well, you don't want to kill me because
I'm the one who
I
holds
can trap
this.
Miraluk.
I'm the one who holds this. He can't do anything to me as long as I hold it, so...
Well, it can't be you. It has to be one of them.
You didn't specify that.
I'm specifying it now.
You
can't
can't go
change
back
the
and
rules.
change the rules.
I
You
can
are the
change
worst
the
at the
rules.
game.
Okay, I'm the worst at the game. Doesn't matter. This is the game now. I'm not used to people rebuffing me. You guys are very annoying.
What if we just took one card and went as a group down that doorway?
What if we just started walking away?
Where would you go? I control this entire plane.
Away from this stupid conversation?
Okay,
The only reason you live right now and are able to talk to me in such a way is because I allow it.
If-
Why didn't you kill them in the first place?
Because I am a fan of the absurd. I thought it would be interesting to see what would happen. Let the dice roll, as it were.
if we choose one of our number for whatever this mystery thing is you have planned, will we all be able to go back to the material plane alive?
Yes.
All four of us. And Varolus.
Just 4 of you?
And Shadow.
And Shadow.
And
6 of
Virolus?
us. Yep. Also, I promised that other guy him.
Well, the number just grows and grows,
I
doesn't
can't
it?
remember what his name was, though. It's fine.
If you can do this for me and bring back my brother, then yes. As I said, there's a time limit. So if you cannot do it in 1 year's time, you
Easy.
will be pulled back into this realm.
All of us?
The person you present,
How would you do that?
we are going to find out, aren't we?
Are there requirements that you are looking for in this candidate? That
I already asked him. He didn't feel like answering.
I just want the most trustworthy of you.
nobody?
I thought you could see into our minds.
Yeah, that's why I'm making you choose.
Fucking coin toss.
I will leave an imprint on of myself with the person that you select,
Gross.
and as an insurance policy, I will make sure that that person carries the trait, my mark, if you will.
So...
I don't know what that means.
I don't either. This is confusing.
What happens
And
if
I don't want any, like, gross shit going on.
What happens if I take the Nightmare Diamond and I let it go into my other hand?
Are you going to do that right now?
Yeah.
It drops right into your other hand.
Nothing happens when it's in midair?
Mm-mm.
Does my hand feel weird?
Nope.
All right.
I'm going to say the open word again, Koto.
Nothing happens.
Does this sound reasonable to everybody? We all make it out of here.
I guess.
Not really.
No, I don't like this guy trying to plan out my entire next year.
You hear like a boom, 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 like a loud bell, and he looks around, and then all of a sudden, his skin grows back onto his frame, and he looks a little embarrassed, and he says, "Oh, shit, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere." Disappears.
That was weird. This is so weird.
That's what the time limit was? You had dinner plans? All right, let's inspect this room while we can.
Yep.
What's this elevator doing?
Nothing.
Nothing? What does it look like? Is there a way to operate it? Or
It is very clearly magically operated because you don't see any mechanism, and it was a floating disc that moved up and down.
All right, come here, Hirstag. What do all these words say?
All right, we've got open, we've got fire, we've got ice, we've got earth, we've got wind,
Air.
shadow, and shadow. Is that all of them that I can make out?
There's one other word on there, and it just says death.
Death?
Oh yeah, and there's death. Your thumb was covering up that part.
Death?
Ooh.
Tomar, what are you
Okay,
doing?
what is this whole diamond thing?
Yeah, and your black piece of,
The
like,
great
growing up you? What is that?
Who cares about that? The great adversary
I
wanted
I care.
a nightmare diamond so he can get to the material plane and destroy everything. And it harnesses the power of all the planes. So if we can get it to work, then we might be able to just leave. Anyway,
How do you get it to work?
I don't know. We need to pool our minds together.
Can I roll Arcana or anything?
If you are someone who is proficient in Arcana, I will have you roll Arcana.
Proficient?
Nah.
11.
By
16.
proficient, does that mean I have any
Like you
kind
have-
of bonus?
If you have a proficiency bonus for it.
Oh, okay. Oh. 13?
9.
No, you're not proficient in it though.
I'm not,
It's
but there's a bonus.
There, you
it's
gotta
that
have a
bard.
dot next to
Yeah,
it.
the solid black.
Oh. Well,
Tomar, so what you can remember is, it harnesses the power of the planes. Specifically, a Nightmare Diamond is used as like an activation tool, mostly. There are words that can be used, like powerful words, but those words themselves can also activate other things. So you could probably discern that potentially the word like open might be used to activate something else, perhaps something that you would need, an object or something like that, or a door.
Is there anything in the room that looks like it's interactable?
Other than that original little kind of console that opened up the pillar, no.
And there's no doors or anything in here now?
There are the 4 doors, yeah.
Do you guys just want to go down a doorway?
How far away?
sure.
How far away is
I don't know what else to
Varolus?
do.
I have no idea.
You guys went quite a ways, so he's still in the city.
Well, he might know something about this.
How would we
Well,
get out
we
of
did
here,
focus
though?
on getting out first.
Yeah.
But he's probably aware where we are at all times, so I don't know.
Do we see anything in this room?
No,
He
it's
just said
pretty,
what was in
let's
pretty
just-
barren other than this fucking like piles of bones and ice. And the acid that is no longer trickling down. It seemed like a threat more than anything else.
This guy just seems like a load of bluffs.
That's what I was wondering. It looked like I was wondering if maybe he wasn't even an Archfey.
I gave him a really good deal, just let you guys go, and then I give him the diamond, and he didn't do it.
All right, let's try some doors.
Yeah. Nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Okay, there are 4 doorways.
What did it look like?
They're all the exact same. Dark arches leading deep into an unlit tunnel in each of them. They're all next to each other. They're all about 20 feet tall, about 10 feet wide.
So they're not doors or doorways?
Doorways, yes.
Let's go far right.
Yeah, we'll work our way to the left.
Just like how you read.
No.
Oh.
Yep.
Good try, though.
Yep.
It was a joke
Sure.
that you guys just didn't really get, but... Okay, let's go to the right.
All right,
Okay.
I'll go in the back.
Okay. Who's going in the front?
I'll be in the front.
Okay. So you in shadow?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll be in the almost front.
Almost front. All right, Gorbel.
Makes me third.
All right. So you guys had Pinwin, Hirstag, Gorbel, Tomar, and you walk down this hallway. And it's dark. With your dark vision, it's dim. But just finish it up here, guys. Don't mind me.
That's my pee clock. Just lets me know when I gotta pee.
It's dim, but it's featureless. Stone. Not even really rough stone, just stone. And you walk down this hallway, seemingly for a very long time. So long, in fact, that it seems like you've forgotten how long you've been walking down this hallway. You catch yourself... Well, give me a will save, everyone.
Why? Okay.
Sorry, wisdom save. I keep saying will save.
Stop rolling that one.
16.
20.
23.
15.
Okay, so you guys are all fine. You feel like your mind was wandering for a little, like just momentarily, as if clouded, and you were almost going to forget what you were even doing. But all of you came to your senses and continue to walk down. You realize now that you've been walking about 5 minutes.
Do we see anything? Like any doorways up ahead?
No, you, Pinwin, are just able to just make out the vague outline of a long, long hallway. You just keep walking and walking and walking.
What if this is an endless hallway and we should just turn back around?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, let's turn back around.
Pinwin says.
An endless hallway.
Well, do you see any end in sight?
But then we gotta walk all the way back. What does it look like?
Yeah.
It's only been
back
like 5
the other
minutes.
way?
So you turn and look behind you, and it only looks like you've taken about 20 steps into this hallway.
Oh,
Ah,
God.
fuck.
You guys are supposed to be watching the back.
Nobody said to watch the back. I was just gonna be in
We've just
back.
been on like a treadmill this whole time. Let's turn back.
All right.
So you guys turn back, and you enter the room again.
Still gone?
Door number
He's
2.
still gone.
Okay.
Is he just making us play the game? He just didn't give us the option.
He is making us play the fucking game.
But what else do we do? Oh, well. So we'll do the next door. That's, right by
To
it.
the left of
The
the
third
right
To the
door.
left, third.
The third door? Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys enter, and you notice the exact same thing.
Oh, my God.
The door behind you seems not to go further than about 20 feet, no matter how much forward you walk.
Okay.
Let's
And we'll
try
head out
another
again.
one.
Door number 2.
I'll save you some time.
Okay.
Every door that you try, the exact same thing happens.
Oh.
Even
What
if
if
I
we-
say the word, the open word?
I don't know. Go
I
ahead.
say the open word in the first door since we tried all of them.
So you go back to the first door?
No, just the last one we
The
were
last
in.
one. Okay. You say open, and you hear a shifting sound, and you feel the intensity of this Nightmare Diamond ebb very low. It seems like possibly it might be running out of juice.
Uh-oh.
And as you walk down the hallway, you see that behind you, the doorway gets smaller and smaller, as if you are walking at a normal distance. And this time you're only walking for a few minutes, and you, Pinwin, specifically notice it starts to widen out, and then you can see light, fairly bright light, off in the distance, and it seems like it's coming from slightly, off to the right.
There's a light off to the right. All right, there we go.
Except for the light. We did it.
Light's good, right?
What a sucker. Fooled him.
At his own game.
Back to the material plane, gang.
Easy peasy. Just dust your hands off. This guy's a moron. And so, yeah, you
He had a Hungry Man dinner in the oven, and then he went to go get it out.
hot. The one thing I can't control in this fucking plate. It's hot on the outside, ice cold on the inside. That's a lie. They're perfect every time, no matter how you cook them. Even if you did it with a fucking hairdryer. Perfectly evenly cooked. Please don't do that because you will get salmonella from the raw chicken because you have to cook it all the way through, as we found out. Anyway, which I don't know how you deep fat fry a chicken, like bread it, and then it's raw still. I mean, that's weird.
They just roll it in it.
I think so.
Just a raw chicken.
I feel like that's what they did.
They just rolled it.
They're like, cook all the way through. Contents are raw.
That's the magic of Hungry Man.
I guess.
It's home cooking.
It's home cooking from a box.
It's not called Safe Man. It's called Hungry Man.
It's called a limited options
We
man.
don't have time to ask these questions. We need a fucking chicken tender.
Limited options, but like slightly more money than normal. Okay, so Pinwin, you're the first in this new room. It's a large, circular room, and you notice that there's a bright light about 100 feet above. That's where it's emanating from. It looks like a window. Looks narrow, but very bright, and the shaft of which falls down on an altar. And on the altar is an illuminated plane key.
Ooh. All right. I'm going to run towards it.
You're the only one who sees this at first.
Yeah. I'm going to run towards it and say, look, guys, a plane key.
So you run towards it?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a dex save.
14.
14. Okay. You, Pinwin, just barely avoid a blast coming out from a weird sconce. Or not really even a sconce. It's like a...
Tasteful bench.
A tasteful bench. No, it's like just a
City eyebrow?
a eyebrow. It's just a column about 4 foot tall that sticks out of the ground. It looks to be made of stone. It's flat, and it's only about a foot, maybe less, width, and about 2 feet wide. And a blast comes flying out from one as you deftly dodge it. Give me another dex save.
Ooh. Okay. All right, 25.
That one makes it. Another one. Immediately
Saw
afterwards.
that one coming.
Saw that one coming. So Pinwin yells, "Saw that one coming!" And but in order to dodge those, you had to stop running to move out of the way.
That's fair.
Do you want to continue to run forward?
Well, now
You
that
guys
that's
see
happened,
these two blasts, big purple flames shoot out from. It looks like from your perspective, the wall.
Don't keep running, Pinwin.
But where? So do I just run back? That seems counterproductive.
I mean,
It's right there.
They're shooting at you.
They might still shoot at him if he's standing there.
So you see this happen. You guys tell Pinwin to stop. Now you guys are standing in the hallway. Pinwin is stopped. What do you guys want to do?
What if I just walk this time towards it? Maybe that'll help.
You said they're 4 feet off the ground?
Yeah, they're about 4 foot high.
How big
They're
are the-
from the ground, so they're like 4 foot tall.
How big were the blasts? Like, how high up did they shoot?
They shot out like right from the middle of the little pillar here, and they shot out about 20 feet.
So they shoot 2 feet off the ground?
Roughly 2-3 feet, yeah. And the blasts themselves are probably 8 inches in diameter.
Yeah, I think you could probably make it.
Stay low.
All right. Okay.
So, Pin, when you drop to the ground,
Yeah.
okay, you're gonna like army crawl.
Yeah.
Okay. So you start crawling on your elbows and legs, and you slowly make your way to this altar. It's a raised altar, and there is a central pillar, and this circular area, right, that is level with the floor, goes up about a foot, and then the pillar that the plane key is floating above goes up about 5 feet.
So I'd have to do some climbing,
Potentially.
or I could just try to shoot it down. Should I shoot it down?
Try and
It's kind of high.
inch your way around to the other side and shoot it towards us.
Ah, okay. Oh, I'll try not to shoot you.
Where's Shadow at, by the way, if you're crawling?
He would have been crawling with me, maybe, because I probably ran in with him.
Yeah.
I'm just riding him all the time.
Well, you
my
you tell
default.
me what you want him to be doing.
So right now, I'll just tell him, just lay down, boy.
Okay, so he's just going to lay down and stay? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're going to crawl to the other side? Mm-hmm. So you crawl to this other side, and now you're going to do what? And you guys are just watching this?
I'm not going in there.
I'm watching behind me.
Okay.
I should probably have Shadow crawl back, huh? Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, Shadow, you're gonna keep crawling, keep staying though. You're gonna crawl back over to Hirstag and Tomas and Gorbel, okay?
So he starts. You see this wolf like army crawling across the floor, and as he crosses this threshold, you see the pillars come out again, but they're well above his height, and he just makes it all the way back to you guys.
It's a
Good
smart
deal.
wolf.
Okay, and then I'll try to shoot the plane key
Okay.
over to the group.
All right. So you fire your arrow. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
So 22.
22. Okay. You
Actually 24.
24 even. The arrow flies and tink, hits the plane key as it's floating above and ricochets off in another direction.
Oh.
The plane key sort of wobbles for a second, and then you hear, and the light leaves the room as something seems to have slid over the window. You guys see from here in the doorway up above, something starts to slide down. I'll give you a reaction.
Get in there, quick!
Get in.
Yeah, we can't leave Pinwin.
All right, I'll run forward.
Okay.
Get low!
Give me a dex save.
Get
Get
low,
fucking
shoddy.
low!
Not good.
10.
12.
Can I see the thing that slithered down?
Slithered down.
Well,
It just something covered
It
the
just covered it. Okay.
23.
23. So Gorbel, way fast, gets in here. Hirstag, you slip underneath it. I'll roll. I mean, Shadow is right there, so he moves underneath there. Tomar, give me a strength save now.
24.
24. So this large stone slab slides down, dividing the room, and you don't make it to the other side in time. It comes down right on top of you. However, you're able to grab it and clutch it in your hands. It's very, very heavy. You are only just barely able to slide it up slightly enough for you to get to the other side, and then let it go, and it slams heavy behind you. You guys watch as Tomar caught this sliding door and was able to just barely able to get in.
Oh my god.
Ooh, that was a good catch. Okay.
But now you guys are in a dark room.
Even with my goggles on.
Well, if you slide your goggles on,
Okay.
it's less dark. But you guys, it would be pitch black, but you guys can see very dimly in
Also,
here.
I still have those goggles from the gnomes.
Do you? Mm-hmm. Are you going to put them on?
Yeah.
All right, so you guys watch as Gorbel slips those goggles on him. You guys see these glowing orbs that look like cat eyes almost in the darkness. And Gorbel, you can see now, looking around the room, you can see that there are designs etched into the walls that didn't look like they were there a moment ago. These long, almost vine-like designs scrolling all the way up the wall to the 100 feet above, and they seem to... I gotta stop doing that. And they seem to go up towards the window where it was, which is now covered by a slab. There is a still recessed space where the window is, and they all seem to gather there.
Do you guys see the designs on the walls?
You guys do not see that.
No.
Does it look like words or anything to me?
It just looks like a weird artistic rendering, like little designs. Gorbel, give me a perception roll.
17.
17, okay. You can see that there are, on the other side of the room, those same flat pillars that go up about 4 feet. And you can also see that there is some sort of weird outcropping in the back, like something gnarled, almost like serpentine looking, sticks out about 2 feet from the wall and goes into the floor itself, and the floor around it is cracked. It's hard to tell what it is from this distance, though.
I think there's something back there, guys. Can you see?
No. Let's go up to it.
For some reason, we can't see shit in here.
Be careful.
It's all dim, but...
Oh, her goggles give her, like, super dark vision.
Well, maybe.
What?
Here, try these. I take my goggles off and I hand them to Tomar.
Okay.
Do they work better? Like, are they stronger than mine? I don't know much about mine.
Well, you don't know.
I think yours just give regular dark
Yeah,
vision.
I think
Yeah.
they just give that.
I'll raise my other goggles and put these ones on.
Okay. So you put these goggles on, and it's brighter for you than you would have expected. It's almost like daylight in here to you. And you can see now that there are etchings in the wall that you are pretty sure aren't there without these goggles on. Like, you just cannot see this. You did not see this without these goggles. And they go up and move towards the window. You also see near the back there's some sort of gnarled thing sticking out. Give me a perception roll.
That's
26.
26. It almost looks like a root or something, a big thick root. But it doesn't look living other than that, and it just... There's nothing else about this room that you can see at the moment. You do see Pinwin sitting on the other side of this altar, and you see the floating plane key.
Oh, so it's not blocked by anything?
I thought I shot it onto the floor.
No,
No, it bounced off.
Yeah, the arrow. And you
The air bounce.
and you can see on the floor near the back is the arrow that Pinwin shot and ricocheted off.
We need to try and get that key.
Want to toss me up?
How high is it?
The pillar is 5 feet, and it floats about 2 feet above this pillar, so roughly 7 feet.
Oh. Well, you could just stand on Gorbel's shoulders or something.
Hey, we've done that before, right?
All right. Hop up.
All right.
Well, you're going to have to cross the room first.
No.
Oh.
Carefully, I cross the room over to Pinwin.
Okay, you're just going to walk right across, but carefully?
No, I'm going to keep low.
Okay. So you army crawl across the floor, and as you do so, those jutting flame-like tendrils shoot out, but you cross. It passes harmlessly overhead.
Ooh.
And you get over to Pinwin. Are you going to boost him up to your shoulders? Mm-hmm. All right. So, Pinwin, you are boosted up onto Gorbel's shoulders.
Woohoo.
And now what?
Now,
You guys just going to stay there watching, by the way?
For now.
Okay.
I'm level with the key, right?
Yeah.
Be
Okay.
careful. Maybe you should try, like, grabbing it with something. Maybe don't touch it with your hand.
What could I use? I could try to...
Do you have a scarf?
Do you have a glove on?
In my picture, I have a glove. Does that count? I don't have a glove in my equipment, I don't think. But in my picture,
Well, you
it
have-
shows it.
You have light armor, don't you?
You have a light armor, you have a hat.
Usually that's included
Yeah.
gauntlets.
Pinwin has medium armor, I think.
Yeah, there should be gloves with it.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll use my gloves then.
You're just going to, like, because you're wearing them, is that what you mean? Reach out? Or are you going to use the glove? Or tell me what you're doing. What's Pinwin doing?
I'm gonna just try to, grab it
Just
with the gloves. Yeah.
like
on.
Okay, that's what I mean. Okay, so you reach out, and you are able to... The distance that you have to be... You're just able to touch, with your fingertips, the plane key. And as you do, you feel... Give me a wisdom save.
10?
10. You grab... You are able to just grab it with your fingertips, and as you do, you feel almost like this magnetic force sucks you off of Gorbel's shoulders, and the plane key slides into your palm, but now you are floating above this pillar, but you are unable to do anything. You're just kind of floating above it, and once that happens, you guys hear a... and the window uncovers. Tomar, the rest of you see nothing. Tomar, you see something like almost formless move out of the window and drop down to the floor behind Gorbel, about pretty much right next to the wall. You guys just hear you see the window open, but you just hear like a sound as something sounds like it falls behind you, Gorbel.
I snap around.
You see nothing.
What is it?
You can't tell. It's not moving, but it's almost like mind-bogglingly, almost like fuzzy. It looks like it's about 5.5 feet tall, and it just seems to like an amorphous shape that's just kind of itself is moving around, but it's staying in the same spot.
Am I hurting?
It's not advancing or anything?
It's not advancing.
Guys, did you hear that?
I heard something.
There's something behind you.
What?
And you guys just see Pinwin like floating there. You're able to speak, Pinwin, but you're unable to move your arms or legs or anything.
Oh, guys, I'm floating. This is weird. I can't move. What is this?
I'm going to go up to the shape.
I'll
Okay.
save you, Pinwin.
You gonna crawl on the floor to get past, or are you just gonna run through?
I'm going to run through.
Oh my god.
All right.
I'm gonna run up and try to help Pinwin. out
Okay,
of
so you
that.
guys both are running through. Okay, give me dex saves for both of you.
Whoa!
16.
Oh, wow.
20.
All right, you guys are, as it blasts past you guys both duck out of the way. Tomar, you go running to the other side of the room, and Hirstag, you run up to the altar.
And I'm gonna take my stick, my staff, and I'm gonna reach it out towards Pinwin.
Okay.
Take my staff.
And Pinwin, you are unable to move.
I can't move my hands.
I put it in his hand.
As you do, it passes through his body.
Oh,
Oh, no.
what have you gotten yourself into?
I don't know.
I might be able to
I
grab him.
used gloves.
He might be caught between the planes like I am right now.
You're caught between the planes?
Yeah, don't you remember putting your hand through me and nothing happening?
That's what that was?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
It didn't
So what
occur
is
to
this
me.
shape? What is happening?
It doesn't move as you approach it. It just shifts
Does it
in
look
front
humanoid?
of you. It could be vaguely humanoid. It's about humanoid height and humanoid width, but it's not making... You can't see like a head or anything like that. It's just kind of like an amorphous shifting blob that almost like it's hard to see focused.
Tomar, do you still have my goggles?
Yeah.
Let me have those.
But it's right there. I'm looking at it. Can I touch it?
You can reach out, yeah.
I'll touch it.
You reach out and you feel this weird... like a sticky feeling.
It's a jizzy thing. It's a jizzy monster.
It's a monster?
I don't know what it is.
Oh my god.
It's not doing anything.
I can't see shit.
So in theory,
Get away
I
from
can
it.
move like my mouth?
Yes.
Am I close enough to the key to bite it?
You're holding the key.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's firmly wedged in your palm.
I'm going to try and chop the thing.
You try to chop it?
Yeah, just see what happens.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
29.
Okay, so you... and your sword sticks in this thing, and you hear just like a...
Oh my god.
Sorry, I mean, that's way grosser than it had to be. And you see this thing shift two steps to the right in front of you. You guys still see nothing. You just see Tomar swipe at something, his sword stops in midair, and you hear a noise.
What are you?
No response.
I give her the goggles back.
Tomar, you were still able to see this apparition. Gorbel, you are now able to see this weird,
What the
amorphous
fuck?
thing.
Is that a person?
No. It sounded like a living thing, but
Does it speak a different language? Try primordial?
I'll say, what are you in Primordial?
You say, "What are you in Primordial?" And you hear back in Primordial, "I am the guardian of this key."
Oh, he's just the guardian of the key.
why didn't he do anything when I hit him with a sword?
You hit him with a sword?
Yeah.
Who are you guarding this key from?
I am guarding this key from the creator of this plane.
Oh, we don't like him either, man.
Oh,
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know what he said.
What'd he say?
he's guarding it from Olafist.
Oh, he sucks.
Hey, to stop hitting him. He's a good guy.
Well, I mean, we don't know that.
Come up here and talk to
I mean,
him.
that's what he said.
Come talk to him. Tell him we
I
meet him.
can't see. Where is he?
He's over. Just walk over here.
come to
God
us.
damn it!
so Hirstag starts moving his hands through the air trying to find this. You get next to Tomar, and he kind of indicates the area that he's in.
Hey there, friend. What's your name?
I do not have a name.
Oh. He doesn't have a name.
Oh.
Oh.
Ask him if he wants one.
Do you want a name?
I do not need a name, I just have a purpose.
He just has a purpose. He doesn't need a name.
Jacob.
He does look kind of like a Jacob.
You are now named Jacob.
I do not need a name, I only need
You
a
don't
purpose.
need one, but if somebody asks you your name, you have a name now. It's Jacob.
It's like a just in case kind of thing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tell him I'm sorry I chopped him.
My friend here, sorry that he chopped you. We thought you were trying to kill us or something. Stuff's always trying to kill us. So you're just guarding this from Olfist, right?
Correct.
So can we take it?
No.
Oh.
What is he?
He said we can't take it, though.
What?
Why is he guarding it from Olafist?
Why are you guarding it from Olfist?
Because he will use it for bad things.
See, we're just trying to get back to our plane, the material plane. Could we, borrow it or anything?
You cannot take it.
Who is he working for?
Who do you work for?
I work for the Plane Key. It is my charge. It is my purpose for existing.
He works for the plane key.
Can you ask him if he can unfreeze me if I let go?
Can you let my friend go?
Unfortunately, I cannot.
We don't mean you any harm at all.
Your friend wanted to take the key, and now your friend has the key, but your friend cannot leave this place.
No.
What if we have the Nightmare Diamond?
I don't really like that. We don't mean you any harm. We're not trying to steal anything. We're just trying to escape.
You're trying to take the Plane Key.
If there's another way out of here that you know of, then we won't try to take anything.
This is my sole purpose. I cannot let you have the key. I am sorry about your friend.
Jacob. Can you try to work with me here? Can you give me some advice? Can we make a deal here? You're trying to keep this key from Olafist. We don't want Olafist to have the key. Work with me here.
What can you offer me in return?
I don't.
You said this was
You
your
said
only
you're-
purpose. I want money. Give me your demon dollars.
I'll give you a great big hug.
You're not serious.
I'm not. I have no idea what a guardian would want.
All I want to do is protect my key.
Could you possibly help us get off of this plane?
No. If you want the key, you will have to destroy me.
Wait, we can get it if we destroy it? I'm not implying anything.
I cannot allow anyone to take the key. That is my sole purpose for existing.
So you know nothing about getting off this plane?
No, I have existed as long as this plane has. My sole purpose for existing is to protect this key.
Hey, Gorbel, give me a boost up to the platform.
By Pinwin?
Yes.
Alright, guys.
Level 2 floating
So,
people.
first of all, his name is Jacob now. He took kindly to it. He is a plane key guardian. He's trying to keep it from Olafist, but he's also not working with me at all on making a deal. He doesn't want us to use it.
Is he gonna free Pinwin?
No, he's not gonna free Pinwin. He said if we... He did mention that if we wanted the plane key, we would have to kill him. But we
Well,
just
let's see
gave
if-
him a name.
Let's see if I can grab Pinwin real quick, because we're...
Is there anything else in this room? Any,
Can I still see the, viney looking shit?
Yeah.
Can I go back and inspect
Hey,
that?
you were giving me a boost.
Fine, get up here.
All right, so you boost Tomar up.
He's heavy.
Yeah. And you hear, as you're boosted up, Jacob says, "Don't do that.
Don't do what? Stand here?
Don't do that."
I moved to his other side.
All right, you're just gonna reach out for
God.
Pinwin.
Yeah.
Okay, you reach out and you are able to touch Pinwin. Your hand does not move through Pinwin. Pinwin, you are able to feel him touching you.
I feel it.
Can I pull him out?
You can try. Give me a will save.
Stop saying that.
A wisdom save. 3.5 is so ingrained in me.
Natural 20.
right.
Whoa, all right.
Cross fingers.
All right, cool. All
Is that
right.
why you think that happened?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
thank
the only
you,
time
Elijah.
I've ever done that. So
I do it all the time.
MVP.
Good job, Elijah.
Good work, gang.
We solved the mystery.
All we have to do, cross the fingers. We won Dungeons and Dragons.
I did it.
All right, so you resist this.
That's unnecessary.
You, Tomar, resist this very, very strong force that seems to almost pull you towards Pinwin. But instead, you were able to wrest Pinwin from above the altar. Hold on. You were able to wrest Pinwin from the altar, pulling him toward you. And Pinwin, the minute you leave the spot from above the altar, your limbs begin to work again. However, gravity takes hold and you start to fall. Tomar, give me a strength save.
13.
13. Pinwin, you're able to hold on to Pinwin as he starts falling. Gorbel, give me a strength save.
You're really strong. You're really strong.
14.
14. So, you have Tomar on top of your shoulders. He's leaning forward, grabbing Pinwin, and you're struggling to hold them all up, and the three of you just fall to the ground.
Woo!
And just kind of lay there. You, Hirstag, hear a grumble from the specter that you're...
So there's a grumble.
Do I still have the key?
You do.
Cool.
You still have the key. And there is a grumble, Hirstag. You just hear like a... You start grumbling back. And you
Grumbles
hear
in
the voice say...
primordial.
Yeah. Grumbles, intensify in primordial.
Primordial word for grumble.
Thuthic.
Thuthic.
And you just hear a low voice say, "I said you shouldn't have done that." You guys are suddenly bathed in a bright light. An intense pillar of light comes out of that window, bathing you guys. The entire place is almost too bright. Gorbel, this hurts your eyes with these goggles on. Tomar, if you haven't slipped your goggles back on yet, it is very, very bright, intensely so, to the point that it's painful, as it fills this entire chamber. And you guys push yourselves up. And the room seems empty for a moment. And then all of those pillars that shot things out, all 5 of them, now have a flame of a different color floating above them. And now you guys can see this amorphous blob. 2 of you hadn't seen it before, and it starts
Oh, God.
shifting very fast, and it starts floating up in the air, and it floats above the pillar and becomes more corporeal. And you guys see this long, sinewed creature with a big, what appears to be like a dragon face on it. Long, sinewy limbs, almost humanoid, bright red, with these large, bulbous eyes that look out in 2 different directions. And they swivel around. And they find you 3 on the floor in front of it. And this thing looks gaunt and terrifying. And it's floating there above this pillar. And then it reaches behind it and
pulls out its gas.
Pulls out 2 large, impossibly long swords. They seem to be about 10 feet long each.
Jeez.
And levels its eyes at you 3.
Jacob!
And that's where we're going to end for the night.
Jacob!
Jacob! No!
Oh, man.
It's
Won't
me!
you stop these antics?
Jacob, get down!
Stop
Plan,
climbing!
Jacob.
Jacob, go boom!
Jacob!
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 This is absurd. Thank you for listening.
Yes. Thanks for listening, guys. We will see you on Thursday's episode. And we'll see how the Duke boys get out of this one. But yeah, thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe. Once again, we love you all. I said I wasn't going to say it again, but I did. And yeah, keep listening because we really appreciate it. And leave those reviews and do all that good stuff. Share and like. Check out Adrian Von Ziegler, Chad Piper. I'm Seth, your DM, and this is the D20 Syndicate podcast, where we go on adventures so you don't have to. Bye.
Bye!
Oh, there's one thing that why I asked you about if you had already started editing that episode. I made a mistake
Oh.
with a name.
Did you say a bad word?
No. I made a mistake with a name when I looked at my notes, and I told you guys that the the Archfey, he said that the person to win was the silver one. That's not true. It was, and then I said that was the guy at the doing all the drink challenges. He should have said that it was Thirsty. So we'll have to edit that.
Oh.
Yes.
What?
So he told you guys that the silver one was the person to get. You know, remember he said that was the person who won it, and I said it was the silver one. I realized listening, and I was like, "Shit!" I gave them the wrong name back because I was looking at my notes and I confused. I had them written next to each other. So Thirsty, it was the right person, but I just used the wrong name when I said it in character.
I thought that was a weird name for a drinking contest winner.
Yeah, it was actually
Thirsty makes a lot more sense. He gets to do whatever he wants all week.
He does. Day drinking.
What's going to be the main thing you do all week?
You don't want to know.
Luna.
Let's keep that to myself.
Luna. Come on.
You could just lie.
Knitting. That sounds right.
Oh, yeah.
Gonna crochet until I'm shaved.
Then next weekend. So how's that knitting coming along, Tomas?
I'm like, what?
I gotta turn mine down.
And I look malnourished from all the furious wanking I was
From all the
doing.
furious knitting.
All the furious knitting.
Yeah. God, man, I'm gonna crochet so hard.
Don't forget your phone and your character sheet.
And to put them on silent, Elijah.
Yeah, Elijah. Put your phone on silent, because I'm sure it's not.
I would never ask someone close to me to look at my asshole. That is mean.
Because then you have to see him again.
No?
You have to.
Oh,
look,
God!
You have to look in their eye and be like, we looked at each other's buttholes. Yeah. It spoke to me.
After that, we invited another friend in to take a peek.
Hey! Make me up! Yay! Make me up, believer! Yay!
What was the joke that made both of you go, yay?
I can't remember, but it was so stupid because we both went, yay! It was the lamest thing. Oh my God, it was so bad.
Are you just drawing a big pokeball?
That's a tit.
No, that's a boob.
Big
Now it's
hanging tit.
definitely a boob.
Yeah, that's where the hangy part is.
The hangy part.
You know, this is the shoulder, and that's the tit.
That's where you think nipples are?
I'm not. Hey, it's a tit if he's a bad drawer. He's not a good drawer. See, there's a fucking tit. You're not helping your case, man.
That's a big old pepperoni nipple.
These are the stretch marks on the tit.
Those are
They're nursing.
eyebrows.
Yeah, I was just going to say the eyebrows for the titty. Titty brows, baby.
Why does it have 3 eyebrows? The nipple.
I think those are tasteful benches.
It's artsy.